So God made us not just to be here, but with intention, because all of us are here for God's purpose.
God don't even want blind obedience. If you got questions, ask me. If you're unsure, ask me. Because you talk like people talk about, oh, I'm not going to accept the white man's religion, but yet you accepting his mindset.
Mm-hmm.
You accepting his mentality. I feel like people try to put God in a box, and that's where it got. And that's where religion comes from, trying to put God into a box, and he doesn't fit in it because God is in everything. Love ain't easy. It ain't like crystals and rainbows and all of that stuff. It's hard. You're going to go through it.
Mhm.
But because I love you, there's some things that I won't do. I won't say.
If something gives you meaning, community, and identity, but makes you afraid to question it, is that freedom? Yes.
Oh, freedom.
Okay, let's close out.
All right.
Welcome back to another episode of Asking the Right Questions with Haley.
Hey, Mario.
And last week we talked about money, fear, identity, and financial behavior. This week we're going on a totally different route with religion. And, we talked about how money is the issue and things like it correlates with your behavior and your mental health. Well, what if that isn't the issue and the issue is truly belief?
Yeah. Some of the questions that we're going to be asking pertaining to that is, why do people need something to believe in the first place? Does faith give people freedom, or does it give you structure? And when does that structure become control? And so we're going to be talking about that in regards to religion. We're going to be talking about that in regards to family, Christianity, church, and faith-based groups, all kind of different stuff. So that's pretty much where we're at.
And then also, on the other hand, a lot of people are doing this thing. It's this I've just heard about it, and it's new. It's called deconstruction, and deconstructing from either Christianity or whatever religion you used to follow. So we're also going to address that as well.
Yeah, because like on the topic of beliefs, we tend to become what we believe. Like when you think about it, the last few episodes we talked about politics, right? Like somebody that's on the left, in regards to somebody that's on the right, their belief system is different, and also like how they act is completely different based on what they believe, right? And it creates a sense of like ignorance. Like we was talking about it off camera. Somebody on the right may be completely oblivious to police brutality. Mm-hmm. Somebody on the left may be completely oblivious to, I don't know, what do white people go through? I don't know.
I'm not white.
I don't know. Laws changed about fucking hunting or something. I don't know. Like different. So that's what we be getting at. So
yeah, but we always got to get into a quick take first. So, Demario, my quick take for you is, what keeps people in something longer? And your choices are love, fear, loyalty, or hope. And why?
Love, fear, loyalty, or hope. I say love, because that's what holds everything together. Like when we're talking about, Jesus, like his love is what carries this entire world like basically to continue. And knowing how like corrupt it is and how evil it is, and how evil it's always been for the longest period of time. Yet we move on. So I would say love, because even in, you think about like more, what is it called, like reality, I guess, like people, marriages thrive because of the love that they have. You don't fear your partner, or you're not supposed to. Like you don't hope your partner gets better. Like what gets somebody past 60, 70, 80 years of marriage is love. Love ain't easy. It ain't like crystals and rainbows and all of that stuff. Like it's hard. Like it's, you're gonna go through it. But because I love you, there's some things that I won't do. I won't say. There's some stuff that I will do. And I'm willing to go through the mud because I love you. So I would say love.
Interesting.
Why?
Because I was thinking love or fear.
Hmm.
Because, and my take on fear is because when I think about God, I love God, but I also fear God.
Right.
And when you fear something, it's like you don't even, and honestly, in the stage I am in life right now, I feel like I don't even fear God enough. Because back when you read the Old Testament in the Bible, he didn't let them go. He didn't let them loose.
That's a fact.
They went through it. And I'm like,
That's a fact.
especially in the world we live in today, he has a lot of grace, mercy, and patience. So to me, I feel like that's not okay. So when we talk about religion, because that's what it is,
Hmm.
and Christianity, I'm not in Christianity only because fear. But I feel like if I turn my back on God or even questioning him, reading the Old Testament, like when it's my time to go and I'm there, it's just like, oh snap.
I could be wrong, but
I don't think you're wrong. I think this is an opinion based question. Like
no.
it's nothing right or wrong, but with fear, I just feel like fear keeps me on the right path. And then like even if we take religion away and Christianity away, I still fear my mama.
Right.
And it's not that a bad thing. Like I love my mom, but I don't fear her in the way like, oh, like she's gonna beat me or something like that. I fear to disappoint her. Like I fear to like, and that's why you do certain things because you fear to disappoint someone, or you fear like you're not the best child you could have be. It's the same thing. Like I fear that I'm gonna disappoint God. Like I fear that all the stuff He's done for me, like He's still looking at me like you didn't listen.
Yeah.
And it's like if you ever seen a parent cry because you did something wrong, it's like that type of hurt. Like, dang, I really messed up. So that's my take on that one.
But I don't think like when I say like fear, I feel like when God says to fear him, it's not necessarily a way of like be scared of me.
Yeah, that's what
I
I was
think
saying.
I think and you touched it. Like fear is and when God is explaining it, fear he's talking about respect my authority, respect my title, respect who I am first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
But don't love me just because of my title. Love
Right.
me for me
Exactly.
first, but recognize I am, I am. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Right.
it's like you said, like you fear your mom, not because like you scared of your mom. I mean, you might be,
I'm not.
but like you respect her authority over your life,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And so I think that's what God is getting at. And then like when He talks about it in the Bible, He's like, fear the one that can like kill your soul.
Mm-hmm.
He's not saying be afraid of me. He's saying fear doesn't come from me.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are going to be afraid, you should be afraid of the one who can kill both your body and your soul,
Mm-hmm.
not the one who can just kill your body.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what he was getting at. Because nothing he does is out of like he wants you to be afraid of him.
Mm-hmm.
Because like if he wanted that, we all would be afraid of God, but we're not because he doesn't come to us that way. He comes to us through love,
Mm-hmm.
and like the fear part of like respect me is always out of like don't forget who I am. It's not
Right.
like be afraid of me because he knows who he is. That's I feel like the only people who try to go based off of that, like you should respect me and be afraid of me, is people who are prideful, arrogant, are not confident in who they are, like
Egotistic.
yeah, egotistical and all that kind of stuff. So like God, that's not God. He's humble. He died for us, like while yet being able, like he could have like killed everybody, like
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know.
I
But
mean, he could do that right now, but like I said, he has so much grace and mercy and
yeah,
forgiveness. It's like, and we know that anybody on this earth would never.
yeah,
So, yeah, yeah.
and I agree too. Like when you talked about fear, because I battle between like what I know is right within me, but also what I feel based
Mm-hmm.
off of what I see and comprehend. Like, if I was to just go off of like emotionally, I would say fear because that's what I see.
Mm-hmm.
People are moved based off of like what they are afraid of,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, we're afraid of sundown town. So, there's certain places that we won't go. We're afraid of
The cartel.
the cartel. So, there's, certain places that we won't go. Like, we're afraid of getting like being a victim of police brutality because we know it's real.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a certain aspect of how we uh, conduct ourselves when we're addressed by authority,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I would agree with you,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't. The me inside of me knows that like fear, not fear, but like love
Mm-hmm.
is what actually holds people together, not fear.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And just to go back off of what you said when you're talking about love and respecting your parents and honoring your parents, I think that's how I know God. Everything God does has so much intention behind it.
Yes.
Because like in the Bible, He says honor your parents.
Yeah.
He wants you to. Everything is an example of what y'all relationship, like what you and God's relationship should look
Exactly.
like. Like honor your parents. You should respect them because you love them, not
Yes.
because of who they are, but because you love them. Even with marriage, because like even in Revelation, it talks about kind of like the bride and everything of that sort. Like even with marriage, that your marriage or even if you're not married, your relationship in general, like boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, girlfriend, it has to be a a mirror image of what you and God's relation is supposed to look like.
Yeah.
And when I say boyfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, girlfriend, I literally like maybe boyfriend, boyfriend is bad, but like when I say girlfriend,
I didn't even catch that. That's kind of crazy.
No, when I said that, I meant friends.
Okay.
Like me and my best friend,
Relationships.
I should like relationships, friendships. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
I got you. No, I agree. I think everything that we have in this world is because of God and what He's already revealed to us. And the only reason why like the world is the way that it is because everything has been corrupted. Honestly, like marriage has been corrupted. Fatherhood has been corrupted. Motherhood has been corrupted. Like everything has been corrupted in what we like in the way
church.
The church has been corrupted. Family dynamics have been corrupted. Community has been corrupt. Like so everything has been corrupted.
Yeah.
But like you said, if we go back, all of this stuff is like we only play one part of what God plays. God plays all of those. He plays judge, executioner, not what do you call it? Not public defender, but the not the prosecutor, but the other one. Whatever they are. He plays that person that's advocating for you. He plays
The
father,
defender?
whatever. He plays father, he plays mother, he plays every single role. Husband, not wife, because he's a man. But he plays husband. He plays every single role.
You sure God is a man?
God is a man.
You heard the thunder just now. He's like, I don't know about that.
That man is a man. Jesus is a man.
No, it was a joke. Okay,
I know, but no, that's what I say though. But I agree with you. But what I would ask you, so I'm gonna give you a couple different words, right? And you got to answer it in rapid fire. You got to say it's either a cult, it's a part of the church, or it's a community. Which church and community is kind of the same thing, but
like church, what happens
right.
under the building,
right? Exactly.
And community is like what happens in the village.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
then cult is just like yes.
Yeah. So you got me. All right. Woo. I hope this house don't fall down like big bad wolf.
Please.
But first one, strict rules.
Can you define strict rules? Like what are strict rules? Like a curfew?
Curfew. Dress attire.
Oh. Like in I feel like that's a church
Rapid
thing.
fire.
I know, I feel like that's a church thing, but like you have to define strict rules because like I feel like parents can have strict rules, but it don't like you said, like attire in the church, that might be strict, but like and for example, like school, they have you wear a uniform. People see that as strict, but like when you apply for a job and get a job, you have to wear something. Like you can't wear anything.
Okay.
So I don't know. Community.
Strict rules is community?
Yeah, because that's so broad. So I'm gonna pick the broadest thing.
Okay.
Community.
Programs.
Church programs?
Yeah.
Like the paper?
Programs. Do you know what a program is? Like
the paper.
You go to a graduation, they give you a program. You go to An
Oh.
event, they give you the program. You go to.
But you said church program, so that's church.
I didn't say church program. I said programs.
Oh, church.
Okay. Tradition,
Community.
celebrations, annual celebrations, birthdays, 50th
Community.
year anniversaries.
Community.
Okay. Youth Sunday,
Church.
revival,
Church.
assigned pews.
Church.
That's church. Special envelopes. So you know how you got your tithes, but then you got special envelopes. Is that church
I don't know.
or is that a cult?
I guess cult, because like my church, you just select a box. Like if you're giving general, you select general. If you give a tithe,
Or it's the community?
you select tithe. Cult.
Retreats,
Community.
conferences,
Community.
leadership tables.
Like having like a someone at the head of the table and then like y'all discuss something.
No, that I mean like you go to a conference and it's y'all have like a dinner. All the leadership have their own tables, and then all the people that paid to come is at a separate table.
I feel like that's a church thing.
That's church?
Well, I feel like that's a church thing.
Okay. What do you think about that stuff?
First of all, I don't think any of the things you said was a cult. I don't even think I said cult once or thought about saying it.
Well, that's where we disagree, but
because like, can you define cult?
a cult is just like you took your own spin on something, and like now people follow you and follow that ideology, and have just become just so involved in that, and now it's not. It's outside of what God said it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
It's like a cult following. Like people just blindly follow you.
Okay. So I want to do this one thing. I'm gonna ask you the same things you asked.
Okay.
Me. And I want to see what you say because I'm curious now.
Okay.
Okay. Strict rules.
Cult.
What? Church programs. Okay. Rapid fire because you already know about
Church.
these. Tradition.
Community.
Annual celebrations.
Cult. Cult.
So like Christmas and Easter.
Cult.
Oh wow. Youth Sunday.
Community.
Revival.
Community.
Assigned pews.
Cult.
Honor line for pastor.
Cult.
Special envelopes.
Cult.
Church retreats.
Community.
Prophetic conference.
Cult.
Leadership tables.
Cult.
Okay, so I didn't even have the same thing because like with special envelopes, I do agree that's a cult. Did I say that?
I don't know what you said.
Oh. And then honor line for pastor, I didn't even get that one. Because I would say cult.
Yeah, I didn't give you that one.
That's crazy. Honor line for pastor. What's that?
People do that.
What's that show advertised by Tyler Perry? And it's
know.
like they all wear purple and the one man wear white. And it's
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even look at it, but I was like, oh, this is some crazy.
Yeah.
Like it looks entertaining, but I'm like, bro, I could tell this
Facts.
is some like wild stuff. Okay. I guess we'll leave it there because it was just rapid fire.
Yeah.
We're not going to discuss. But can I get an explanation for annual celebrations like birthday?
Yeah, why is it cult?
Like birthday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter. Because I think Easter and Christmas is a remembrance. Because it's not and that could be a celebration. Like birthdays are like a celebration of God giving you another.
But what's the point of it? What's the point?
To celebrate.
Because like
But
you said it in the beginning. You said God is intentional.
mhm.
So why should we not be?
God celebrates.
Birthdays? He didn't say this is the
He celebrates
2050th
every
year.
day.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he do.
He doesn't.
Yes, he do.
He has certain I don't know if it's called holidays, but every single holiday that he put in place was to remember. It was a remembrance, but not just for that specific period of time, but it was because the beginning sets the course for the end too.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's remembrance, but it's also like when you see this in the future, you'll know, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think
Like remember, he said, I don't know. It's a holiday about like putting like blood on the Passover, right?
Mhm.
And that was a remembrance of coming out of Egypt when God killed every firstborn son, and the Israelites put blood on the door, and the angel passed over, right? Yes, that was a remembrance for that time of them coming out of Egypt, but also in hindsight, because it's already passed, we know that it was a foreshadow for Jesus is coming. So every single holiday that God put in remembrance is so you know this is what I'm fucking up. This is what was before, but remember, like, so kind of like, I don't know. Patterns, man. Pattern recognition. Just remember the pattern, so when you see it in your day, you will know, basically.
I mean, I feel like we celebrate every day, or at least I do.
What do you mean?
I celebrate for waking up.
Please.
Thank you, God. No, I'm being so serious.
I do too.
Like, thank you, God, for waking me up this morning.
But that's not a celebration.
It is a celebration.
It's not.
For me, it is.
It's not.
Because he could have, all the things I've done wrong, he could have took me out.
Worship and celebration are two separate things, though. You should worship God.
I'm celebrating another day of life.
Yeah, you should worship God every day.
Okay, then. That's a celebration.
Worship and celebration are two.
So what's the difference between, so what is a celebration then?
I mean,
what do you label as a celebration?
Birthday.
Like a party?
Birthday party, New Year's party. That's all celebrations, bro.
Bro, you can simply celebrate your birthday by getting you a hotel and taking a nice bath and drinking nice wine.
But
that's a celebration. You're doing something. I feel like a celebration is doing, okay, cool. I think a celebration is doing something
at the church, though.
Is something special you do not on a daily basis. So I take what I said earlier back. Me thanking God every day is not a celebration because I do it every day. But like, we don't celebrate Easter every day. That's a celebration of a celebration / remembrance.
Says who?
It is.
Says who? I'm asking.
Why?
Says who?
I mean, nobody, like, I don't
in
know.
The Bible, God. Now I'm not getting on that. Like, if it ain't in the Bible, it ain't.
Yeah,
but I'm not getting on that. But I'm just saying, like, in the church, like, why are there so many traditions that outdo the word? Like, that's crazy.
I don't think it's necessary. Like, I feel like it's a remembrance.
Service. I don't know how long church is. What, an hour and a half, 2 hours? I think it's like 2 hours, right?
Hour and a half usually.
But it's only 30 minutes of actual word.
Mm-hmm.
How you got that? Because
you're worshiping, though. You're praying. You're worshiping through music or liturgical dance or
then what? Weekly reminders. You got daily reminders. You got,
because you still have to like that's when everyone is gathered. Though, like, you have to have announcements.
Like, what happened to the deacon? What do deacons do now?
Sometimes it's like not enough deacons to let everybody know. So like, and I'm sure deacons still do reminders. Like they still remind you throughout the week. But since you have everybody here at the gathering, why wouldn't you announce upcoming things? Like, why wouldn't you?
Because this is about the word. We only come together once a week.
But
right?
Right.
So why we wasting, and I guess this is a personal preference. Why are we wasting time on announcements and things that don't serve God?
I don't know.
Me telling you, hey, make sure when y'all step out, y'all got this, and that. Man, go to your deacon and deaconess. That's what they're there for. That's the whole point of having them.
I mean, no, not necessarily. That's not
What?
like the whole point of having them. Like a whole point of having them is like if you can't reach the pastor, you can reach the deacon. Like, or
Right.
if someone passed away in the family, they're one of the first people to reach out.
You
So
proving my
that's not
point.
the whole. That's not the whole reason.
You proving my
And
point.
also, it's just like I think, and that's when we can get into like policies and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's like what you're saying right now is kind of like, to me, it's a little bit of nonsense. Now, if you would like to move it at the end of the service, like after you're done praising and worship and getting in the word, I think announcements is not like, oh, you should abandon announcements.
Right.
Like, I'm like, hold on, relax. Because it's just like, then if somebody missed something, or if then the community don't come together on this day, or everybody's lost, now what you gonna say? They need to say it in church. It's always gonna be. It's just like if you. It's like kind of like if you do or if you don't. Like
Right.
type thing. Like
I got you.
And I think it's just a little bit too. That's a little bit too much.
I got
To
you.
me, it's like, okay, cool. If you don't like announcements in the middle of the service, do it at the beginning, before, or the end, or announce it both. But like, to me, I don't see it as a big deal. Like, it's just like a thing where it's like, okay, next Sunday we're having youth Sunday, or next Sunday we're having a guest pastor. Like, I don't think it's. I'm sure God is not taking it like, oh, they're pausing to worship me, to say announcements.
But I think
He ain't doing all that.
you getting two different things misconstrued though. Like my emotions is my personal stuff. I don't put that on nobody.
Mhm.
Like I don't like celebrating certain stuff. I'm not gonna say we shouldn't be celebrating. Do what you want to do. Like that ain't like the Bible tells you.
I
Like
wasn't saying about celebration.
no,
I
I'm
was
talking
saying
about in general. I'm
announcements.
talking about in general. I don't like announcements. I'm not condemning for nobody, no church for making announcements. That's just my personal opinion,
Mhm.
right? The Bible tells us do what you want to do in remembrance of God or
Mhm.
to God or whatever it says, but don't fault nobody else. What I do to honor God, you don't have to do it. Like I'm not getting on you. Like cool, you want to celebrate Easter and Christmas and that's the day Jesus was born. Like I'm not mad at you. Like I'm not like that's not me. Like
Sounding like the Grinch.
no, I'm not. I just don't recognize it.
You do.
I'll do something because why not? Like
You do recognize Christmas and
recognize
Easter
Christmas
as
as the birthday of Jesus Christ. No, I don't.
You recognize Christmas for Christmas, though. You
I
recognize
recognize Christmas for the gifts
Oh,
Like-
brother, and that's what they tell us not to recognize it for.
because it's not the day that Jesus was born. Like it's really not.
It's a remembrance because we
It's
don't
a pagan
know.
holiday, bro.
We don't know.
It's
though.
a pagan holiday that they wanted to continue, so they just said, "Oh, it's Jesus." Like, all right, bro.
But I think
Like,
also,
if you want to
like,
celebrate a pagan holiday, just say that. You ain't gotta lie about it.
no, I'm not. No,
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the people who like.
No, I'm just
play for
saying,
them.
like, but also, like, it's another day to remember. Like, okay, cool. It's not the day. And that's what I'm saying. Like, oh my gosh. Like, you got, like, people who, like, you, who are like, oh my gosh, it's not a holiday. They be making this up for a money grab. Cool. Like, cool.
There's a holiday in every month. How is it not a money grab?
Okay, no, cool. That's what I'm saying. Like, relax. Let me speak. So basically, it's like, at the end of the day, I feel like, yes, it's a money grab, but on the other hand, two things could be true at the same time, right? It could be a money grab, but also could be a remembrance. Like, yes, we do not know when Jesus was actually born. Correct?
I mean, you could.
Correct? No, just say
Theological
correct.
scholars can make some educational guesses, though.
No, I'm just saying, okay, cool, correct. However, it's still a day we remember the day Christ was, like, even though it's not necessarily the day, it's a remembrance of the story.
Right.
And that's the whole purpose of the gifts, because of the three wise men that gifted the
Right.
family when Jesus was born. So,
Is it?
yes, it's a money. I mean, Mario, I don't know
Okay.
for real, but I don't know for real, but I'm just saying, like, it could be both. Two things can be true at the same time. It could be like, you know, a remembrance of what happened with Jesus, and like gift giving and joy and all the good things, bringing people together. Like, cause like Christmas, you ain't never really see now.
I'm
You're
with
gonna
you.
be here when I say this. Now, you never see people like in a bad mood on Christmas or complaining on Christmas because it's Christmas. And when you think about when we talk about God, and I meant to say this at the beginning of the episode, God is truth, right?
Right.
And God, what is God? That
Spirit.
yeah. So like, what is God when we talk about the same characteristics the same things that we describe God with? What are some similarities we describe Christmas with? Joy, happiness, community, family, rejoice, coming together. Like, that's who God is. And like, I can't go for each holiday like Valentine's Day, 4th of July, Veterans Day, Halloween. But I mean, Veterans Day is really like, it's not really a holiday. Like,
It's a
when we
federal
talk,
holiday. That's a
but
holiday.
yeah, it's a holiday, but it's not like, okay, like
Somebody
it
gonna
has
do
nothing to
dinner.
do
I
with
got you.
religion.
Yeah.
Like, I think the only things that has to do with religion is
Easter.
Easter, Thanksgiving, and Christmas.
Thanksgiving is not a religion. That's just a celebration of Americans had something to eat.
Oh, like the pilgrims and stuff?
Right.
Oh.
That's it. They celebrating that. And even that was a lie.
Well,
So,
even then, like, you can still. Okay, let me stop, bro.
like even that,
'Cause you
even
looking at me-
Thanksgiving was a lie.
Okay, cool. But at the end of the day, you see how intentional God is still? Because you still gather together
Right.
and feast like the Last Supper
Right.
and cook like it's the Last Supper and talk and have fun and do things together as a family, even though Thanksgiving came from bad events, right? Pilgrims and the Native Americans.
Killing Native Americans.
Right.
Right.
It still turned out to be something intentional about God.
I got what you're saying.
And
What
I'm
the
saying-
world
and I'm saying,
means for
like-
evil, God means for good. I got you.
Yes.
I'm
Thank
there.
you.
I'm there.
Thank you.
I'm not
Thank you.
disagreeing with you. I'm just saying,
But like,
trying to, like, yes, community, people come together, of course.
mhm.
But then trying to like spin it to say this is when Jesus was born, when there is no evidence whatsoever. When the evidence that you actually, like, if you really wanted to gather evidence, it's not Christmas. It's something else. Don't spin it. Like, just be real about it.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. I'm not necessarily saying like
F Christmas.
or even like I'm not gonna celebrate Christmas because like you're not gonna allow me to not celebrate Christmas.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, this is
Not.
Jesus' birthday. Oh, like, no, it's not. So.
But you can still remember who Christ is on that day. And that's what I'm saying. Like, even though it's not Jesus' birthday, it's a lot of similarities with Christmas and Christ. Like, hence why it's called Christmas.
Sure, but I would still, honestly, me personally, I feel like a lot of that stuff should stay out the church. But that's my personal opinion. Like,
I don't. Okay, cool. I do. Like, I can see where you at because it is like it's not the day, but like since we don't know the day, I think most people do a Christmas service just to remember the story of what happened in the Bible. I don't think it's like, because we all, like, majority people who are like educated through the Bible and has read it, like, they know there's nothing in the Bible that says, oh yeah, December 25th was, because did they even have months and years? Well, they did have years. Okay, relax. So was there such thing as a December 25th when Jesus was born?
I don't know what it was called because they changed the calendar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The names have changed.
That's what I meant. I knew time existed. Like, it's like BC and
all of that stuff.
That stuff. But I'm just saying, like, we don't know if it was December 25th because I'm saying, like.
Right, I got you.
All I'm saying is, like, I don't even know if they was doing January through December through that time.
It was 12 months back then.
Huh?
It was 12 months back then.
Yeah, but
and the 13th month, every 4 years? Something like that.
That's leap year now.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That was the time.
Oh, yeah, see?
Because
and everything changed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know for real. And that's what I was saying. Like, I knew they had time existed back then, but, like, relax. Okay. Yes, that was a good. So, like, holidays and religion, I say Easter and Christmas is really religion. Thanksgiving, I don't really celebrate all the other ones. I do celebrate Valentine's Day.
I mean, you celebrate all the other ones.
I don't celebrate 4th of July. I celebrate Juneteenth now. I do.
You celebrate all of them.
I didn't celebrate 4th of July.
If somebody have a 4th of July cookout, you going.
That don't mean I'm celebrating.
Yes, it is.
That's a day off.
That's the same.
You know, black people. Come on now.
That's like me. That's like me saying like I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't, but I'm gonna go eat.
Right.
Okay, I don't celebrate.
And you want to open gifts?
I don't
exactly. Be mad if no gifts under the tree.
Okay,
exactly.
Then. That's the same thing I'm saying.
No, I'm saying
you gonna go eat that damn.
But you celebrate Christmas. Food. Because a lot of people were celebrating 4th of July. We're saying the same thing.
You just don't want to, but we are.
Okay,
so
but
we'll
listen,
leave it at that.
Okay, no, listen. Everybody used to celebrate 4th of July until like Juneteenth awareness really came about.
I got you. I guess.
And I'm saying like, okay, since 4th of July is a federal holiday anyway, why shouldn't we put that on a grill and go to the pool?
Like I said, we saying the same thing. You just don't like it.
No, I'm just saying. At the end of the day, we still citizens.
It don't matter.
But we don't celebrate it. We citizens now, but black people don't really celebrate it because we wasn't citizens then. But since I'm a citizen now, why wouldn't I celebrate? Or why wouldn't I keep... You telling me I should work on the 4th of July?
So you do celebrate it?
No, I don't celebrate
it. You just said, why wouldn't I?
No, I take in part of having the day off.
That's a celebration.
You ain't... No, I'm not celebrating.
You recognizing it. Yes, you are.
No.
You still recognizing it.
No, yes, I don't recognize it. I say, if the federal government says it's a day off, I'm going to do it. Why? Because when they first had the 4th of July, my ancestors was working. I'm not doing that.
I'm going to bring it full circle.
I'm my ancestors' wildest dreams right here.
Watch this.
I'm not going to work on 4th of July because they had to.
You ready?
Yes.
In the book of Revelation, God says, there will be some who will take the mark of the beast. Mm-hmm. And the mark of the beast will be either on their forehead or on their hand. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. That's like somebody saying, I took it, but I ain't use it. I ain't use it to buy nothing. I ain't got no food.
Brother.
I didn't trade for anything. I still went to the community. I just got it, God. I didn't do nothing with it. Like, bro, you still recognize
I'm not celebrating.
You still recognize it.
No, listen.
No, hear me out.
No.
You taking part in what comes with the tradition is still a recognition of it. That's just what it is. So you don't like it, but you do.
For 4th of July.
I'm not saying what you should or shouldn't do, but I'm just letting you know. Recognizing something does not listen. Remember we read the Bible and it said that the men had sex with the wives or with the woman, and they got like killed for it because God told them don't have sex with the woman. Mm-hmm. That he said don't worship their gods, and they had sex with the woman, and so they were killed. Mm-hmm. How can that tie together? How can having sex with the woman be the same as worshiping their gods? Right? Because in their eyes, they're like, "Oh, I didn't worship their gods. I just had sex with their God. Like, why I gotta die?" Because you taking part in the same practices or in the same, like, you profiting, you like, I don't know what I'm looking for, but that's still a recognition of the authority. Mm. That's still a recognition of the holiday. So you don't like it, but it's the truth. You do recognize 4th of July.
I don't think I do, though. I'm just taking advantage of the day off. That's literally.
You don't celebrate 4th of July, but you recognize it.
I don't recognize it.
You do.
No. I just don't want to work if I have the day off.
That's like white people back then saying, I don't recognize slavery. I don't celebrate slavery. But you still benefit from it. Like, you can't deny it. Like, you still do. So in the same way, I guess you still benefit from it. Yeah, and you still take the benefits.
I'm not worried. You see, that's when
it doesn't matter.
You gotta like learn how to like.
That's like a white person saying, "Why would I not take the benefits? I can't." Like, they are slaves. Like, why would I not? I'm not putting them in slavery. Like, no, it don't matter. So.
No, I mean you're kind of right, but then at the same, like, no, okay, 4th of July is so hard because of the history behind it. Right?
It doesn't matter what it is.
Why would I work on 4th of July when my ancestors were for free?
Okay. Y'all let us know. I feel like I know who's right.
Like I said, two things can be true at the same time. Yes, am I recognizing the holiday? Yes, but
okay then. Am I
gonna just let them let me work?
For all my fellas out there, this is what it means to have a woman.
Whoa.
They say one thing and then they try to reconstruct it to say another thing to justify it and turn it around and repackage it. No. So
because it's men's mental health awareness, I'm gonna let you
Moving into
I'm gonna let you
the
explain your emotions,
actual
but like actually, like no, listen one more time. One thing, actually.
one thing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like you're right.
Move on.
No, listen. I'm gonna just say this one more time, so like
One more
maybe it
time.
can stick.
Maybe.
Cause you know if you glue something and it don't,
Yeah. Say it.
Okay.
It's gonna stick.
Why would I work on a holiday that
I'm with you.
celebrates American freedom
I'm with you.
that celebrated when my ancestors were working for free?
True.
I feel like it's very contradicting.
True.
Now, if I can't get the day off, fine.
True. It's stuck. So the question that we're going to be asking today is religion about freedom or is it about manipulation?
Mm-hmm.
So the first, I'll start off the question.
I think first we need to clarify, like for both of us, like
Mhm.
because we do have different opinions.
Oh, yeah, clearly.
What is religion to you?
Religion to me is anything that like tradition.
Mhm.
Religion is tradition. Like when you think about the different sects of Christianity, you have now I'm blanking and I know this stuff. Baptists, you have Methodists, you have
AME?
Lutheran, and you got all of these different sects. They believe
Catholic.
kind of in the same thing, right? They believe in the same person, I should say. Now the practices and the traditions, that's where they differ. So that's what I would say. Religion is based on the tradition. What tradition do you want to be a part of, basically?
Okay, and how does that differ from just belief? Like, what's religion? How does religion differ from God? Because we say God is the truth, right?
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean religion is the truth.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between that?
I think because God can be in each and every single one of those. And clearly he is. God can be in Baptist. He can be in Methodist. He can be in Catholic and all Catholicism, all of that stuff, right? What it boils down to is truth. Are you still worshiping him in spirit and truth? That's what he cares about. If you're doing that, then yeah, he's there at all times. Like where 2 or 3 or more are gathered, that's where I am also. So as long as you're still worshiping him and believing his word and who he is and there to be in a relationship with him, he's there all the way because he don't care about your traditions. He don't care about you recognizing your pastor. He don't care about you spending 30 minutes on announcements. He don't care about, walking down the aisle, having deacons with, signs on their pews, or even just families with names on their pews. He don't care about that stuff. Are you worshiping me? Or has it turned away from me? And if it's turned away from me, I'm not there. And the way you will discern if it's there or not is based on the community. Is this church a community? Do they love each other? Right? And that's from the pastor to the lowest person that you believe is in that church, the person that's homeless. Can the pastor and the person that's homeless have a casual conversation like human beings, not like I'm above you, because that's what we like to look at it as. Like no. Can you love that person enough to just be there with them? Right? And so, yeah. What do you think though?
Yeah, I kind of liked your answer. I think religion is something you believe. Meaning like there's all different types of religions. Now, there's different sectors within Christianity, but then you have Christianity,
Islamic.
Islamic.
That's not
the people, right? Muslim is the people, but Islamic is the religion. Okay. Christianity, Islamic, Jews.
I might be wrong, but
Buddhist.
That's different religions. Yeah, they believe in different things.
And then you have atheists. Yep. So like it's something that you only believe doesn't mean it's the truth.
Right.
And yeah, I think religion is full of policies and made up stuff sometimes. And that we lose the plot with religion. Because all what God does is be truthful and mold you into a spirit as close to him as possible. And just try to make this life here on earth easier until it's time for you to come. That's what God is.
How do you, like, when you talk about truthful, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
how do you know that? Like, how do you know you're being truthful?
Holding yourself accountable.
What does that look like? Especially like
Like,
as it pertains to the church and stuff like that.
oh, church. Oh, okay. Holding. I think that's what, like, the community holding the church accountable, the members of the church holding the church accountable, the deacons and the deaconess holding the pastor accountable, the the church body holding the pastor accountable. Everybody has a say so.
Yeah.
It's not just what the pastor says goes. It's not just what the deacons and deaconess says goes. It's not who's the highest paying member of the church.
Yeah.
What they say goes because they fund the church. No. If someone didn't even put money in the basket, it doesn't mean they shouldn't have a say so.
Exactly.
And I think that's what the church has gotten away from. But also, just because you're the pastor doesn't mean you're higher. Like you said, like, we all are equal to each other.
Yeah.
Like, there's nobody better than another. Now you took a vow to God to spread His word.
Yeah.
So it's your responsibility to uphold that as a pastor and to be a example of what it looks like to walk with God. But yeah, everybody's not perfect, because pastors, as we've seen on social media, like, pastors mess up too. We are all human. We're gonna mess up.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like we feed ourselves lies, and it's not okay, but it's okay to the point, like, face the truth. Like, it's okay that you lied, or it's okay that, you did whatever and you was not necessarily a bad person, but you was just going down the wrong path.
Right. You did a bad thing.
Yeah. It's okay. Like, and that's the whole purpose of grace, mercy, and forgiveness, right? And repenting. Because yes, I did something bad, but now that's behind me. Because my path is golden to walk on God. Whatever that's behind me is great now.
Yeah.
And yes, on that golden path to being the right person or to being the right spirit, there's going to be temptations that lead you off. But as long as you go back and leave that behind you and continue to be a better person, that's what matters. Now, that don't mean to say take it to temptation every time.
Yeah.
And like, oh yeah, I killed someone yesterday. Okay, cool.
Lord, forgive me.
Lord, forgive me. Keep walking.
Right.
Okay, now I'm gonna kill somebody again because they made me mad.
Right.
No.
Or maybe not as extreme. Maybe you curse somebody out continuously and you ain't changed. Maybe you treat people wrong because when you're in your emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, those are also examples, because it's not always that extreme. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's subtle stuff, and it's not. So it doesn't even have to just be.
Well, I mean,
no. I'm just spreading it for the people, not you. But I'm just.
No, I didn't know why I brought up kill.
But like, it's not always as extreme as like cursing you out either. Sometimes it's just like raising your voice unintentionally, right? Like the small stuff you do. Like, and that's where it goes back to what we talked about earlier with the love. Because I love you, I'm making an effort to get better every day. I'm not going to be perfect. I'll never be, right? But I can recognize it in the moment now. Whereas before, you had to tell me. Now I can catch myself and maybe if I don't catch myself beforehand, I can catch myself in the middle of it now. So now it's limited. And then in the future, now it's eliminated. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think, okay, I like to speak in analogies. So, like, it's like, okay, say I was an alcoholic, right?
Right.
And I decided, okay, cool, I'm going to stop drinking. And I went 60 days without drinking, but that 61st day, I had a bad day.
Yeah.
Someone just cussed me out.
Yeah.
I lost my job. I don't know. Other stuff. Okay, so I decided to take a drink. Now, it's up to that person to keep drinking. And because they keep drinking, you're going to fall back into that same routine. That's what happens. So that's why I'm saying it's not okay to, like, oh, God, ask for forgiveness. No. Now, that next day after that you messed up on that 61st, or I messed up on that 61st drink, I'm starting at day 0.
Yeah.
And I have a chance to go to 120 days now. It gives opportunity to do better.
Yeah.
And that's what repenting. It gives you opportunity to do better. It doesn't give you opportunity to continue what you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because say I do keep on drinking. God forgive me, drink. God forgive me, drink. God forgive me, drink. Every day I'm at day 0. I'm not getting better. Whereas, okay, I drink the 61st day. I go 120 days. The 121st day, it took me through it. So I had to open up a drink. But day 0, I have an opportunity to double it, 240. So when, okay, I mess up here and there, but now I don't even look at drinks no more. Someone can drink, you can drink alcohol in front of me and I'm not even tempted. That's what repenting is for, to get better. Because then people are like, oh, well, what do you say if I just repent and go out and do the same thing? Then that defeats the whole purpose.
You were never saved in the first place.
Yeah, you're not even repenting at that point. Because repenting, like I said, repenting is the opportunity to get better.
It's a heart posture.
Right. And if you're not getting better, I wouldn't say it don't mean nothing, but it don't mean as much. So.
But to go back to the question, right? Like, how do we know the church is operating in truth? I think, like, knowing what we know, right? What we know now. Mm-hmm. God never reveals everything to you, and he still hasn't. He never will. Mm-hmm. But he gives you glimpses, and he gives you his word to know that you can trust in him, right? And he gave you the things before so that you can believe what he says. Because now you have something to stand on. You don't just have his word. You can go outside and look and see the things that God has done. And then even in your own personal life, you can see the things that God has done. And so, like, I say that to say, any church that's not out there, and not just church, but any person that's not out there striving to continuously get better every day. Mm-hmm. Like, I think in the last episode, I was talking about something, and then at the end, I was like, I'll change my statement. I'll change where I stand at based off what I heard. And now I got a different view. That's what it means to operate in the truth. I'm not going to always be right, but I'm making every effort to do the right thing. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't mean subscribing to my own beliefs and my own opinions. But when I receive new data, new information, and just whatever, obviously I'm not going to just take your word for it, but I'm going to inspect everything. I don't care if you're the pastor. I don't care if you're somebody on the street. I'm going to take your word and dissect it. Because, if somebody on the street say, boy, you better be careful. Now I'm thinking about, what do I have to be careful about? Now I'm more intentional about what I'm doing, right? Yes. And I am being careful, but I'm taking it all with a grain of salt. Mm-hmm. So as a church, are you doing that? Mm-hmm. Are you inspecting yourself every day? Are we healthy, right? And based on healthiness, you're looking at the church, right? How is the dissension in the church? Are people arguing back and forth? How are we handling dissension? Because you're going to always have disagreements, but how are we handling that, right? Or is it every time somebody have an issue, the church blows up in flames, right? Like, we need to be inspecting the church and really, like, over and over and over, just like you go for your annual checkups. We need to be doing that in the church. Mm. Not just because we know that the church moves with the times, and I'm not saying nothing wrong with it. But as you move with the times, make sure that you're inspecting yourself so that you don't bring the world into the church. So,
yeah,
being, like you said, being held accountable. So that part of being held accountable means you're okay with being wrong. That's how you live in the truth. I'm okay with being wrong. Like, I'm okay with looking like fool. Like, that's okay. Like, you can call me a fool, but a real fool is somebody that knows the truth but doesn't even uphold it because they so, like, bent up on what they have. Okay, cool. You the fool, but I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm gonna just continue to move in what I know to be. So
that's a clip. Okay. Also, I like what you said about, if someone comes up to you and tell you something like, what do I look for? Because warning comes before destruction.
Right.
Or it just heightens your discernment and wisdom. Because yes, warning becomes before destruction. However, every warning doesn't mean Lord. Just because warning come doesn't mean there's going to be
destruction.
Destruction at the next. That's the next thing. But it's always important to use that discernment to determine what happens. Yes, I liked what you said. So now I have another question. What so like things that we see in religion, not just Christianity, because we're talking about the church a lot, but this can go for like all religions.
Yeah.
Disclaimer, we're Christians.
Jesus is first and only, one and only.
Yes.
Alpha and Omega.
I didn't mean to sound like a
beginning
question.
And the end.
Yeah, I didn't mean to sound like a question, but we believe in God, Jesus.
Yeah.
And so like take this with a grain of salt, what I'm about to say, and like the question I'm about to ask. Disclaimer, I'm not like I don't know anything about Jews.
Yeah.
Islam, Buddhism, and I'm not an atheist because that's not really a religion. But what is the difference between like the things that correlates with God and the things that don't? And when I say that, I'm talking about like laws and policies. For example, in Islam, I think it's like they can't eat pork. But then in Christianity, it's like
you can do whatever
you can eat anything as long as you pray over it, because I'm gonna make sure, even if something like in the Bible, even if something is toxic and poison, if you pray over it, your body won't recognize it. So it's like little things like that. You can't eat pork, or like in Christianity, it was a thing at one time where a woman couldn't come in the church with pants. Like you either had to wear a dress or skirt. Where left-handed
in the Bible?
No. Like in the church, like traditionally, yeah. Like where a woman couldn't wear pants in the church. And I think you're about to hit on what I'm asking. Or like, for example, when I was in church and I was like coloring while my mom was at choir rehearsal, they saw me coloring with my left hand, because when you're a child, when you pick up a crayon, you don't pick, you just do what's most comfortable.
Right.
Exactly, natural. So I'm left-handed and I was coloring with my left hand. Someone in the church told my mom to correct that because that's demonic. Where does it say that in the Bible that left hand versus right hand people makes you whatever? Or like even giving money, it's give because you love your community and you love God, not because you have to.
Right.
So things like that, where it's like people are pressured to do certain things because of religion, and like they feel unwelcome.
Yeah.
Like, okay, just because you might be a sinner, the church full of sinners. Everybody's to the pastor, everybody's a sinner. So it's just like, come get this word. Come, like, there's no judgment. Like, all of us are walking this path together to get better. And I think a lot of the things, like you said, tradition, laws, policies, like, who say you can't dance?
Right.
Like, I'm gonna use twerking as an example. Yes, it may lead to sinful things, and that's why you have to still watch what you do and watch what you say. But twerking ain't against the law. I mean, not against the law, but it's not against God, if that makes sense. Is it? You can correct me if I'm wrong.
You gotta have discernment. Like,
yeah, you can have discernment, but
I'm about to explain it. You asked me, relax. Now, I'm gonna use the last episode that we talked about with the U.S. Constitution, right? It says in there, just because something is not written in the United States Constitution, that doesn't give a person a right, does not mean that a person does not have that right. So in the same way, just because it's not in the Bible does not mean that it is not wrong, right? And I say that because God tells us to love Him, to fear Him, honor Him, respect Him, all of those things. And so, would you go smoking in the church? No. Why? Because that's not worshiping God. Now you believe that you've put yourself up above God because you think that you're capable and worthy enough to go in there any kind of way, and He's not that competent. He's not that, right? He still says, respect who I am. And so there's a way that you do it. Is twerking a way that you respect God? I don't know. You got to answer that personally. But I'm answering your question.
Yeah,
You have
can
to
I
have
pause?
discernment within yourself. Nobody can tell you that it's wrong,
No, that's what I'm saying. No, I agree with
but
you.
I would say it's wrong. So.
I wasn't saying twerking in the church though, and I think that's where you got to
Oh, I thought you was in.
misconstrue.
I thought you said in the
No, I
church. I'm
just
like, I
said
don't know,
no.
bro.
I
You
just
got me
said
on that.
twerking isn't wrong because I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
about to
yeah,
go
yeah.
like
I
playing
got you.
spades isn't wrong.
Right,
Now
right,
you're not
right,
going to do that in the church, but you're going to do it
right, right. I
wherever
got you.
else.
Okay,
Playing
misunderstanding.
spades isn't wrong, but it could lead to people getting cussed out. It could lead to
Right,
whatever the case may be.
but it's not wrong. No.
It's not wrong. Twerking is not wrong, but it could lead to
Right.
different sins. You know, other things that people
I got
like
you.
music. The music you listen
Right.
to isn't necessarily wrong, but it can, like we said early on in the last episodes, music can it can have an influence on what you do and
Yeah.
how you do it.
What was your question?
So you have to have discernment.
You was like, what would you ask?
I said, like, what's the difference between like
The different religions or something like that?
religions and God? Because, and I kind of answered it when I said it.
Yeah.
Like, because like with religion, I'm talking about law policies. Like, oh, you can't eat pork. Oh, you can't
Yeah.
do this. But
Feel
like,
you answered.
what's the difference between
Laws and God? I mean,
not laws and gods, like religion and God? Laws and policy is the only thing that I can think of, but I'm sure there's more things.
religion and God. I feel like,
The
like I
difference.
think, like I said earlier, like religion is like built up in traditions.
Mhm.
Like so, and earlier I was talking about like the different sects of Christianity, but even when you go to like Judaism versus Christianity, not versus, but like Judaism
Judaism.
sideline
They're the
with
same
Christianity.
Jews.
Those are still they still honor certain traditions that we don't, right? Muslim or Islam, like they honor traditions that we don't, right? Now not every religion comes from God. I will say that. But to kind of answer your question, like I feel like people try to put God in a box. And that's where it got and that's where religion comes from. Trying to put God into a box and he doesn't fit in it. Because he is like God is in everything.
Mhm.
Like literally God is in everything. Like I'm gonna say that, but like so there was a time when God said, don't eat pork, don't eat certain animals.
Mhm.
There was a time when he said that.
Yeah.
There was a time when God said, don't do this or don't do that. But that time has passed. Right?
Mhm.
Like God is not a God that stays the same. Well, I'm not gonna say God. God doesn't change, like who he is doesn't change. But there's a time for it,
Mhm.
right? Like there was a reason why he gave us the first covenant and then the second covenant.
Mhm.
And like some people don't believe in the second covenant, but like there's a reason why. There's a process that you have to go through,
Mhm.
right? Like we fell.
Mhm.
That's what people don't understand. Like we fell out of the garden we were in collaboration and constant communication with God,
Mhm.
constant relationship with God. When we
Mhm.
fell, we lost all of that. But he
Mhm.
promised us, he said, I will bring you back.
Mhm.
Right? So like there's some things that you got to go through
Mhm.
to get back. Like so I don't know.
And
People
like,
people don't understand the depths of God.
mhm.
Like
And then like I think a lot of people are starting to like deconstruct
mhm,
God or deconstruct religion and stuff because like people use scriptures in different ways and like the Bible might not, like, how do we verify
right.
this is true and things like that. So like, because like when I see things like that, it's like you always, like, to me personally, I always hear people out. That doesn't mean I'm
Right. Of
agree with
course.
you. I'm gonna form my own opinion, but I'm gonna hear you out
Right.
because like
As you
I'm
should.
curious. So what would you say for people like who don't really like because back in slavery they had you read certain parts to make sure slavery was okay, and like then you have other groups of people saying like we're the chosen people,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
they use that, and but then like there's people who's like we're all one, and people think that's a manipulation tactic for all of us to stay together, and that we should all be separate because we don't benefit each other.
Yeah.
Like, so what do you think about that? Because I think for me personally, that is so hard to like decide, because it's like at your book signing, someone was talking to me about it, and I was just like,
About like what? Us being the chosen people?
us being the chosen people, one, and then two, like, how we don't need other people.
Yeah, I disagree.
And I was like,
wholeheartedly.
For the number two, I didn't agree. Because like I was gonna ask her a question, like, so you don't think, like, if we're the chosen people and this is only our God, like, do you think everybody else have another God? And then like on TikTok, I saw someone say the same thing. Like, I think black people have their own God, and like white people have their own God, and Asian people. I'm like,
no.
And it's like, bro, some people just say stuff, and like, honestly, shut up. Mm-hmm. Just shut up and actually like ask questions to make you, because it's like that's why we get dumb. Like, and I don't want to say dumb. And that's the point of the
podcast. We ask questions to generate that kind of stuff. Not, and like we said in the first episode, it's not to diminish or dismiss or anything. Like, believe whatever you want to believe, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. But have an open mind, because even in like with people that disagree with me, I'm like, and not even just people that disagree with me, there's a lot of times where people telling me stuff that I already know, but I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna listen, because a lot of times people just want to talk, and that's okay. Like, I'm okay with that.
It's not even talk, because like, and I apologize because I didn't mean to say dumb, but it's just like, where are you getting this from? Like, like some people really have some like ignorant takes, and I'm like, what is going on? But
to answer your question,
my question. No, I was going to say something, but I literally just lost it.
All right. Well, while I answer your question, just think about it.
Okay.
I would say, believe whatever you want to believe. Ask questions. And be open.
But it's just
to being wrong. Like we said, be open to being wrong, but also be open to being right. But I don't never try to prove myself right. When I'm looking at things, I never try to I actually try to prove myself wrong. Mm-hmm. Because if I can prove, because 9 times out of 10 I am wrong. Mm-hmm. But that's how you find the truth, is by just finding what sticks.
Kind of like what I said.
Because you don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. Like, when you do scientific experiments, the point is not to say this hypothesis is right. No, it's to say this hypothesis is wrong. Right? And so that's how we have to move about life. When we go out here critically thinking, and that's honestly like the pride that's inside the world, where we automatically assume that we're right, and so we just want to like start the argument there. Like, no, start it from you're wrong, and then if you can't find anything that shows you that you're wrong, then until new information comes up, you're right. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people's theories would fall to the wayside. Mm-hmm. So that's why we don't do it. But I think like that's what we need to start doing, is just start critically thinking and start asking questions, and the right questions, the questions that will generate real responses that we don't like. Because that's where everything lies at that contention spot, at the point of tension, the friction spot. Like, that's where it's at. Like, it's not where you feel most comfortable. You have to be comfortable being uncomfortable, because you're not right. I'm not right. We're not right. We're not righteous people. We're not good people. We're bad people at heart. Like,
who, you?
All of us. We've been corrupt since birth, so we have to deconstruct. Like you said, like, we have to deconstruct, because our whole mindset, like I was talking to you earlier about it, when you're a child, your natural instinct as you get older is to start trying to do things on your own. You're not supposed to. Not saying nothing's wrong with that, but you should want, and it's not until we get older we realize, like, boy, I wish being young. I miss. Like,
I wish I listened.
Right. More. Like, I wish I was younger for longer. I wish I could go back, having somebody do something for me, right? What?
I was pointing at the book.
Oh, the book. But like, it's not until hindsight. So just seeing how like something so that we see as so innocent in a child, and how they want to be so independent, when like that's actually a small reference point of the pride that we have as kids. The arrogance that we have as kids to think that we can go in the kitchen and go cook something, just because we've seen mama do it 10,000 times and she's not here right now and I'm hungry. Wait, that's literally what God is saying. Wait on me. I'm going to take care of it, but trust that I'm going to do it. Because the minute that you try to pick up that pot and try to put in the ingredients, you're going to mess it. You're going to burn yourself.
Mm. Okay,
So
Pioneer.
I'm crying.
Period.
But like, that's what I got. I don't know.
All right, Pioneer.
I don't even know if that answered your question, but like,
it did.
because I'm not
If
trying
it
to come
didn't-
against nobody else. Like,
yeah.
I don't believe in what you believe, but I'm not
and
gonna
that's
sit here and
okay.
like, I'm not gonna sit here and like bash you. I'm
Mhm.
gonna just let you know, like, hey, do your research, like, because I don't. Even when I come across people on the street that's like preaching, like, cool, I got you, because
Mhm.
I'm not gonna be one of those people that's like bashing you. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna love you and I'm gonna hear you out. Now, if you ask me a question, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm gonna tell you, like, yeah, I don't agree with that, and I'm gonna tell you
Mhm.
why. But like, I'm not. A lot of people get into those spaces because they want to just argue. I'm not, bro. I don't care to do that. Like, Jesus didn't even argue with like people like that. When the Pharisees tried to question Jesus, he just like, bro, I'm not answering you. Like, if you answer my question, I'll answer yours because
Mhm.
I know I'm right, but you're not, and you're not gonna answer it because you have pride and your arrogance, and you're still stuck on what you believe when you know that you're wrong. So I'm not answering you unless you go ahead and you say that you're wrong. I'll tell you, I got you, but you won't do it because you're prideful, right? But everybody that questioned Jesus, like out of like curiosity, he answered them, and that's what we have to understand. Like he wants you to have, like he wants you to have questions. God don't even want blind obedience. If you got questions, ask me. If you're unsure, ask me. Like Moses had that assignment. You know what God said? I'll be with you. Like he gave him encouragement. He wants to be in. That's what a relationship is. Tell me that you're not okay. Tell me that you need something. Tell me that you need assistance. I already got it coming for you, but just let me know how you feel so I can reassure you. But don't test me. If I told you what it's going to be, don't test me. If I told you I'm going to protect you, why would you go out there and put yourself in a situation? You tested me. So.
Pastor Pioneer. We love it here. I almost caught a word. I almost passed out over here.
Go to sleep.
Pioneer is Demario's first grade. His little
Fifth grade.
Fifth grade. His little fifth grade name from his teacher, and I thought it was so cute. Pioneer. Okay. Yes, I definitely agree with a lot because you lost me for a second, but then you brought me back together.
Right.
Hence why they call you Pioneer. So
I'm crying.
Yes, I really like what you said. I had something to say, but like you were going on for a little minute, so I did lose it.
My bad. Piggying back, I'm gonna ask you something. Piggying back off of what I said, like how God wants us to ask questions. Hold on, wait. God wants us to be curious. He wants us to be in a relationship with him. Why do you think the church is not like that? Why do you think the church just wants blind obedience?
Blind obedience?
Why and not because obviously your church's not like that, but there are a lot of churches like that. Like, why do you think churches?
That don't mean my church wasn't like that though.
Okay, so answer the question then. Since you have like direct experience, why do you think the church just wants you to obey? Like, no, just listen to me.
Entitlement. People thinking they're better. Thinking like just because I have this title as a pastor, I can do whatever I want. Like you have to do this tradition because people say so, not because God said so, but because this is the structure that was made. Doesn't mean things can't be different, or doesn't mean, like, for example,
you can't have input.
I don't think nobody from my church is really watching the podcast like that, but if this podcast ever blows up one day and they see this, they're gonna know what I'm talking about.
Right.
And that's no shade to our past pastor, but I felt like what he did was wrong, and he took up for it. He apologized. He said he was wrong for doing it.
The one that got a degree from the church and then left.
You're being messy. You're messy. See, that's messy. Okay.
It's truth. We said live in truth.
It's messy. Because he left because his parents was against it. It's messy. Okay, so all I'm gonna say is, like, basically, like, you know how you have like the announcement scripture, like, and it was Youth Sunday scripture, like call and response. You had all those things, and one girl, she came up and she did it, and then in the middle of her doing it, he stopped her
Mm.
and said, "Who put her on the program? She's not supposed to do this because she's not a member." Youth Sunday. Youth. Young girl, maybe elementary, maybe middle school.
Imagine how she'd feel.
She didn't come back. I think her grandmother brought her to church.
Wow.
I don't think none of them came back, and finally some of the members encouraged them to come back so he could apologize. But I even think then, like after that, I've never seen them again. Don't blame them. And that's why I think, because you have that sense of entitlement. You just, instead of, if it was even a problem, which I don't think it was a problem, even if it was a problem that she did it and she wasn't a member, you know what you just crushed?
Yeah.
You crushed a child's spirit.
Yeah.
You crushed her confidence when it's time for her, when she grows up and get a job and have to present.
Yes.
She's traumatized from that very moment. She thinks someone's going to interrupt her
Facts.
and tell her something that she's not.
Facts.
You're a member, so what? If you're not a member, so what? How are you going to say we welcome you and we want people to come and join us, but then you got to be a member to participate? It's very contradicting. And that's another thing I want to say. The church is very contradicting. They pick and choose what they want to follow. They pick and choose what they want to change. And that's like, for example, they pick and choose what they want to do. Specifically at my church, and that's why I said we're like this now. And I'll say my pastor has been a lot like.
Thank God for Pastor Taylor. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, Pastor Taylor.
I don't like a lot of pastors. I really don't. But like, I actually like y'all pastor. Like,
yeah.
Even like at Royal, like I don't. That's my church. Like I don't necessarily agree with a lot of that stuff. But with your church, the pastor,
right?
He's actually good.
Pastor Taylor, he's definitely bringing back what the church used to be, and like that's community.
Yes.
Like it's not members, it's not this, that. It's just come. If you want to participate, participate. You don't have to. You don't have to confess your love right now. You don't have to confess that you believe in God or Jesus right now. Just come and see if you like it.
Right.
Because people, usually, we're in the follow the leader type society.
Yes.
Meaning, and that's why a lot of people don't like follow Christianity or join Christianity, because it's the examples we have and the people who say they're Christians and the way they walk and what they're putting out as an example of walking in Christ, which is not. And I think that's also an issue, because if you see me, right, I have a good home, I have nice car, like I have a good dynamic between you, like we have a good dynamic. My kids, like they're doing good things in life, they're respectful,
right?
We're respectable, like you see that dynamic. My parents, I have a good family, I have a nice community. People are going to be like, they're going to sit back, and then when I talk, oh yeah, I've been through some things,
right?
I've struggled, like this is who I used to be, this is what I was. How did you come out like this? Then I'm gonna be like, yeah, God.
Right.
How are you able to afford these houses? How are you able to afford these cars? Not because of my job, not because of my investments, because God gave me the resources, because God gave me the wisdom and discernment to do the right things with He gives me, but also it's because I pour into His people. I don't just let my cup overflow, and it only overflow to the people around me. It overflowed to anybody I see. It don't matter if you're Islamic. Right. I'm overflowing in your cup, not because I want you to become Christian, but I'm just showing you how a true person walks with God. No matter if your God is, because I don't even know with Islamic. I'm just saying, like, I don't even know who they call their God, but
I mean, they say they recognize the same God that we serve, but
okay, yeah.
So I would disagree. So
yeah, but it's not really about that, right? It's not about disagreeing. It's about acceptance, because God accepts.
I'm not saying I don't accept him, but I'm saying that's like somebody in Buddha saying, yeah, we have Jesus in our religion too, but we have other ones too. Mm-hmm. Like I would say you're wrong. Mm-hmm. So the same with Islam, like you're wrong. So
yeah, and I would just say, like, people, for example, if you're okay with me sharing it.
What?
basically like you was thinking about converting to Islam
Right. I'm okay
because
with
you
that.
saw
That's
because you saw how successful they were.
right. I was like 19. So
Yeah, but I was like, and then I told you, I was like, that means you have to give up pulled pork.
yeah, I couldn't
And
do
you
it.
didn't do
I
it.
couldn't
So
do it.
like that's what I'm saying. It's not the religion, right?
Said my
It's
God
not
let me do whatever I want.
the pulled pork isn't the thing. It's the what makes people successful because there's people successful who's Jewish, who's Islamic, who's Christian, who's Buddhist. It's really the faith and the loyalty and the discipline they have for their God.
And now that you
And I'm
brought it
not
up, because I don't want people to just think like, oh, I was a hungry person. So no, let me explain it first, too, honestly. Like, it wasn't like the pulled pork thing was a joke. I didn't like it was never about the pulled pork. It was honestly about like I didn't want to switch because I don't know. I really don't know. I just it wasn't the pulled pork. It wasn't. I just didn't want to switch. I don't know why. But in that period of time, what I did do because of that, I said, I'm going to search God and find God for myself.
mm,
And in that moment, that's when I started asking God, like, who are you? Reveal yourself to me because I'm confused. Show me who you are. Like,
and he did.
Jesus, who are you? Help me understand like a lot of these things because I'm lost right now. And I need to be grounded. And right now I'm not. And in that moment, that's where my faith was able to be built from, me having questions. Not testing God, but me recognizing that I don't know. Right? Because I'm like all before, from 1 to 18, I'm going based off of what my grandmother told me, my mama told me. I'm going based off of everybody else's word, but I don't know you. So right now, I need you to just be in relationship with me, not with, you know what I'm saying? Like not me just blindly following. And that's what God answers to. And he answered and he like revealed himself and showed me who he was. And I'm a better man for it today. So
Yeah. And I think
thank God for free will, right?
free will. And okay, yes. I'm gonna put all my points because I wrote it down now.
Yeah.
So like I didn't forget it. So one, I'm gonna respond to what you said first because I do like that. It's actions over words, right? God doesn't speak to us, well, not everybody. Like he doesn't speak, we don't hear a voice like, oh, this is God. Like, yeah, that breakthrough you was waiting for, yeah, it's coming in like 3 months.
Right.
No. He shows you through action. And he shows you when you're like disciplined and consistent in prayer and things like that and in the word. And that doesn't mean you read the word every day. It can be weekly, 3 times a week. It doesn't have to be every day. That's not, and I think that's a lot why a lot of people don't commit because they feel like it's another commitment. Like, oh yes, I'm already committed to a job. I'm already committed to my family. I'm already committed to like a workout plan or whatever. Now I got to commit to God. Yes, God is a commitment, but it could be easy as a minute a week.
Yeah.
Like that's nothing because you'll send a text for a minute a week. You can scroll on TikTok a minute a week. And it's not that, and if you commit to that minute a week, it's not that, oh yes, I am a Christian. It's you trying it out.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like you said, believe what you want, but you're going to see through people's actions and through people's lives and through people's spirit and through people's, well, through how people move.
Right.
That's where you're going to see God. Because we don't see him. We had, well, not we, but like the people back in the day had a visual of God, Jesus. Cool. We have that. We have Jesus to learn from.
In the spirit.
From the spirit. But when I tell you I don't look like what I've been through, you don't look like what you've been through. Why is that? Because
you don't look like what you've been through.
Yeah, you don't look like what you've been through. Some people do look like what they've been through now.
Some people do.
Let's relax. Let's tell the truth.
Too,
but we still love you. That's what I'm saying. So like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you look at people and you're like, how are you like that?
Yeah.
How are you blessed? Well,
Because you
I
think
do
it's always been
this.
this way, and
Yeah,
hasn't
it's
been.
never been. First of all, yeah, it has never been
Right.
consistently this way. I had to go through the valley to get to the mountaintop. But if you're not willing to go through the valley to the mountaintop, it does. You just don't. You always, when you climb a mountain, do you start at the top?
I would hope not.
You start at the bottom. And sometimes with different hikes, that's why you have like steeps and this, because you got to go back down and then you go up and then you got to go back down again. Then there's a further way up. It's the same thing with your walk with God. And I don't want to make it seem like we're trying to, because I do feel like a Planet Fitness person, like, oh, join the gym. Like, we're not trying to convince you, but we're telling you the truth. Like, and we're not perfect either. Like, but
it won't ever be.
God is the truth. And I'm telling you from experience that God is powerful. God is really the only way.
Yes.
And he's forgiving if you're afraid of being judged. He's grace and he's mercy. But you can only experience that from yourselves. Yes, there's some people, like I said, there's some people who you can experience God from just through their joy, through their kindness, through who they are, because at the end of the day, we're children of God. But also take that with a grain of salt, because some people say they follow God and then do the exact opposite. So that's where wisdom and discernment. There's people who's in the church that are not as nice. There's people in the church that's still bitter. But realize they're there to get better.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in the church is not perfect. Everybody in the church is not happy. Everybody in the church is not joyful. Everybody in the church is not grateful. Everybody in the church is not blessed. But what I can say wholeheartedly is that everybody is in the church making an attempt to get better and attempting to take that next step closer to God.
Or should be.
Should be.
But I like, because I don't want it to be like, oh, follow Jesus, do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say this, like, I'm glad you brought up the fact that I was thinking about joining.
It wasn't no shots.
No, I know that.
thrown.
But I'm saying I'm glad because it shows like the truth. That's what people should know. Like, because there are some people that have joined Islamic and Muslim and all of that stuff because they saw the brotherhood, they saw the community,
Yes.
they saw like the overwhelming just like love that they all have for each other, regardless of what they believe. That's what we see, right? And so it's like, why would I not want that compared to what I've grown up in? Ridicule. Do what I say when I say, don't ask me no questions. Condemnation. Why would I want that? And so like that shows like the realness of it, right? Like don't just say, like, because there are some people who that's why they join, but they won't ever tell you that. But you have to be curious. So that's what I would say. Be curious enough to seek God, because I was curious enough to say, Lord, show me. And because I had a heart open to hearing him and listening to like find him, I found him. And so like, don't just say like, oh, I had a bad experience, or oh, I don't like the people that I grew up with and this, that, and the third, or oh, I don't know God for myself, so I'm gonna just go find where I feel comfortable. No, you have to be uncomfortable. You have to be patient. You have to be kind. You have to like be intrigued enough to like go look, go search, go find. Because he said, if you search me, you will find me. Right? Don't just go for the first thing you see. Look. And in order to look, in the real world, looking means asking questions. So,
and then also like, I would also encourage this. I don't do this myself, but I found it interesting. One of my friends told me like she's learning different religions.
Right.
Like she's studying all of them because, and that's good though, because she finds out what's the truth and what's not. And I don't think you're like cheating on God. You're just informing yourself.
I honestly,
it's not like you're celebrating no idol. If
no, I don't think that. But I would say, because it takes a lot of time. So I would say, for somebody that actually
No, she's going to school for it.
No, listen. For somebody that actually wants to know what is the truth, ask, right? And you will find it. Because if you go to Buddha and you say, I want to know if Buddha is the real thing, do what they say. Right? And if you don't find it, that's not it. You go to Islamic. Do what they say is the way to find righteousness. If you don't find it, that ain't it. Go to Christianity. Look for it. Look for righteousness because God tells you where it's at. And you will find it. Like, that's not a question. If you don't find it, you will find it. But you have to have a heart open to it. I'm not saying like be manipulated to believe you was. No. You will know. So you don't have to just go out there and study everything. Sometimes just go. Call on. Call on Buddha. Did he answer you? Call on Muhammad. Did he answer you?
Oh, that's the God.
Call
Muhammad.
on whatever. I don't know, but whatever. Call on Jesus. Did he answer you? Call on him. Call on him. I promise you. The real one and true God will answer if you call him.
That's good.
Call on Orisha, Oshun.
Oh,
are they gonna answer you? Like, come on now. Like, and not no monitoring spirit or nothing like that, but call on God, right? Because understand also, everyone used to, and this is now it's getting a little bit off topic, but everyone used to be in one language and we all understood each other. It wasn't until God came and divided us up amongst the Elohim, right? And that is the sons of God. So that means that God placed lower gods or lower spirits amongst the people, over the people. And that's why he said, you've become corrupt. You're misjudging, you're not even judging them correctly. And he wasn't talking to us. He wasn't talking to our judges over the world, our leaders over the world. He was talking to the spirits that he placed in charge of different sections of people, sections over Argentina, sections over Africa, and all these different places. So I'm not saying like there ain't spirits. There's different spirits, of course. Some of them will tell you like, believe in me and call on me.
And that's the discernment and wisdom. Right. Because that's discernment and wisdom. Because there's going to be, everything is not from God. Like, you get a dream, it's not from God. But I think that's why God says use wisdom and discernment. Right. I'll give you.
And I'm not, because I don't want to be, because that's like me saying that it's easy for somebody to be like, oh, you contradict yourself because you said don't test God. Don't test him if he already told you something. Sure. And that's what you've already, you know God to be who he is, and he's shown you who he is repeatedly and repeatedly, and you already built a relationship with him. Don't test that. Like, now that's not like, come on, that's different. But if you don't know and you want to know, he wants you to ask questions. Test him and he'll tell you that's who he is. He'll show you. Like, so yeah. But even just going back to like the prompt, right? Like, I think a lot of people, especially in Christianity, especially in like Baptist community, we still harbor a lot of that slave mentality. And that's where a lot of our problems come from. We talk about deconstructing from Christianity as a religion, but what we need to really be deconstructing from is slavery, that slavery mindset. Don't question me because you're a child and I'm an adult. Don't ask no questions, right? Because how many children, African Americans, or even just growing up in impoverished neighborhoods, how many times have you seen your family's budget? How many times have your family sat you down and helped you understood finances?
Yeah, that's what we talked about last episode.
That's what I'm saying though. Yeah. They don't do that because it's come from that mindset of slavery of you do what I tell you to do.
And beating your child.
And you respect me. Respect my title. I'm your mom, I'm your dad, I'm your whatever. I raised you, I brought you in this world, I'll bring you out of it. That's all from the slavery mindset. Because people talk about, oh, I'm not going to accept the white man's religion, but yet you accepting his mindset. You're accepting his mentality.
Clip. Okay.
So like, what are we doing? If you're going to deconstruct the right way, not just in what you want to feel comfortable with, because truth ain't comfortable. If I sit here and I tell you, yo, your hair's messed up. Oh, you got a booger in your nose. You don't. But like, if I say that's going to be uncomfortable because you're like, I don't like that. So like, the truth is not comfortable, bro. Like, that's what people have to understand. So when you talk about wanting to be with the one true God, Jesus Christ, you're going to be at peace.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be like, you're going to have joy. You're going to have love. You're going to have all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
He tells you.
Mm-hmm.
But you still live in this world. And so you will have moments of being uncomfortable.
Okay.
And if that's not what you want, which is a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
then don't choose him. He's not begging you. If you don't want him, he doesn't want you, and that's okay. He wants everybody.
That's not true.
Right. That's why I had to correct
relax,
it.
Relax,
he wants
relax.
everybody, but he's not gonna cry for you. He not gonna like
relax.
Let me say it right.
Like he's not you gonna free will.
He's
to
not
make the decision.
Right. He's not gonna force you to do something outside of what you don't want to do, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. Like when he says, "Depart from me, I never knew you." Like you chose your bed and I lay in it. He ain't crying over it. Like cool, okay, cool. I got the ones that I needed. So,
all right, Pastor Pioneer. Okay, also, I did want to make a reference from what you said earlier with like, be curious. Mm-hmm. Because, like, if you go here and don't find the truth, that just bounce you back. And that's kind of like what I said in the first episode with the maze, right? The ending is heaven, right? We don't know for real, but we can mess up and seek the truth. And it's like, a lot of us, like when we joined Christianity, a lot of us did it because our mom said so, or our grandmother said so, or we grew up in that place. Like, or on the other hand, like you found a community where they not pushed you, but they told you to come and like, see how you like it and things like that. At the end of the day, none of us know what we're getting into. Like, I mean, you don't know what you're getting into. They don't give you a map and be like, oh yeah, I'm going here, there. No. So that curiosity, you like believe what you want, but still have curiosity. Don't just settle.
Exactly.
And I think that's why, like, even in the church, I know Pastor Taylor, he encourages you to read the word for yourself.
Right.
Go and like, don't believe, and he tells us this, don't believe what I say. Take what I say with a grain of salt and then go in the word and see if that's what you get.
Right.
It's the same thing. Like, don't take what we say. Take what we just said. All of this hour and 35 minutes. Take what we said with a grain of salt. Go and do that research on your own. Like, this is not a podcast, like we said in the first episode. We don't tell you what to do. We're not telling you how to live. We're not telling you how to be financially responsible. We're not telling you how to vote. We're just giving you a little grains. Now you go get that curiosity because people just take what they're given. Mm-hmm. We're trying to, through the podcast, if anybody watches it, we're trying to encourage people to not take what was given.
Right.
And don't settle for that. To critically think because you still have to critically think through God. That's the wisdom and discernment, critical thinking.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. Intentionality. That's what God is. Same way wisdom and discernment is a big key, y'all. The same way he wants us to have wisdom and discernment with him and with his ways and learning about him, because he's a mysterious man. But he want that mysteriousness is there so we can get closer and closer and closer. It's the same thing. It's the same thing in the world. Wisdom and discernment is so you can keep in the world, not God, but in the world, is to get closer to him, because this is his world. Believe it or not, it is. Like I said, grain of salt, grain of salt, grain of salt. But yeah, that's what I have to say.
And then, like, just to give people a kind of like idea of the podcast, because this is episode 7. And if you know anything, 7 means something. So, like, I would just bring it all back, right? Like, we talk about being truthful, asking questions, critical thinking, and all of those different things. But the whole point of that, honestly, is to bring you to God, to bring you to the one true God. We're not here to tell you who that is. We're not here to reveal anything to you. We're here, honestly, just to throw out seeds. And where they stick, they stick. That's like Jesus said in the parable. We go out, we throw seeds, and whatever ground they fall on, that's on you. And whether they get watered and grow, that's on God. But we're doing our part and we're just spreading out truth because God is truth. God is love. And all of those things you can't have with collaboration with evil or anything like that. It don't go hand in hand. That's like mixing copper and gold or copper and clay, right? It don't mix. So we're here to spread truth, but we're here in that, in essence,
God is truth.
We're here to spread the word of God. So,
like Pastor Pioneer said here, God is truth. Yes, 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 yes. So that's the purpose of this podcast. But also, guys, like this is also like an open space because that's what God is, open space. No matter if you're like, it's here to understand. Understanding is a big thing. Understanding, wisdom, discernment, a lot of things, a lot of other keywords that aligns with God. Understanding, because a lot of problems in the world is because we don't have the wisdom, we don't have the thirst, we don't have the wisdom, we don't have the discernment or the understanding. We're afraid to ask questions, we're afraid to judge. And that's one thing. Do not do things. This is just me speaking. This is don't do things for people likeness. Because I think that's what a lot of us do. And that's why we're in the political climates we are in and different arguments and this, that, the third. Do not do things for people likeness. But do it for, if you believe in God, do it for God. And I think that's also the purpose of this podcast. Yes, we have been cussing on this podcast a lot. Not going to say because we are still sinners, like we're not perfect, like, but I can tell you this: I'm a person that has a lot of joy. I'm not. I don't think I'm a rude person. I can, but I choose not to be. I love people, and I like anybody like who truly knows me knows like if you ask someone random about me, and I'm trying to say this without being prideful or egotistic, but I don't think someone's gonna be like, oh, she's mean. Oh yeah, like she could be a little rude. It's always like, oh yeah, she's nice.
but we all have that capability.
Yeah, we all have that capability.
We like, and that's what I said about being in prison. Like we all have that.
Oh yeah.
We are all each other in a different season.
Let the right thing happen and it will happen.
Exactly. So like it's not to say anything else other than that, honestly. But the whole like going back to it, just check yourself. Honestly, just check yourself. That's what I was talking about with the whole I forgot what I said earlier, but basically when you going through the Bible, if you want to go through it and just find something to contradict, you're gonna easily find it because now you got any emotions. And it's, if God says don't do this, and then in the next verse he says do this, and they contradict each other. If you don't have the wisdom, the understanding, and the knowledge, because you're not being led by the Spirit, you're being led by your flesh and your own emotions. So you're gonna find something that contradicts yourself, and you're gonna feel like God ain't who He is. But if you go in there with intentionality, like you said, you go in there with an open heart and an open mind, and you actually want to know, then you will find it. But you have to check yourself first. Am I going in here for the right reasons? Am I postured correctly to receive? Right? Check yourself first, and then you'll be able to find it.
Yes. So
because too often we talk about the way that the world is today. A lot of times it's not nobody else but you. A lot of times it's not because of a system, which it can be, because what is that saying that curiosity killed the cat? Where does that come from, right? Because why does that try to instill in kids not to be curious when you should be, right? So like, not to say that it ain't from systems, but at the same time, you talk about deconstructing. If we on a deconstructing movement, go back to the way it used to be, because God said it in the beginning. He said, people are going to be so corrupt that I'm going to give them what they want. They're going to want people that just fill their ears and tell them what they want to hear. So I'm gonna give them pastors like that. So we talk about the church and how the way that it is, but we don't understand why, and it's because the people have been corrupt from the jump. So they've put up pastors that are corrupt also, that'll tell them what they want to hear. So if you check yourself first, then the people that are placed in front of you to lead you will be the right people. So
I hear Claude. Okay.
but that's all I got.
Yes, I agree. So those are the 4 words I want to leave with you today: intentionality, understanding, wisdom, and discernment. I'm gonna leave you with those 4 words because those when when you're consistent and disciplined and do those 4 words the right way, that's when you get joy, you get happiness, you get blessings, you get overflow, you get abundance,
You get relationship.
you get community. And what's the common denominator in all of that? God.
Yes.
So I think all those things will bring us not only to God, but to a better world. We always talk about we want a heaven on earth. That's how you get it. Because one day God, if you read the Bible, He is bringing heaven on earth. Because like I said, and that's why I said this is His world. He's just whatever letting whatever happen now, right? And it's all a test to see who's His sheep, who's the one that's truly following Him. Because at the end of the day, this is already heaven. Meaning, nobody knew about me back in 1995, but God knew I was coming in 2000, right? So God knows heaven's going to be on earth. It's not right now, but it will be. You hear me? You connecting with me? Anyways, think about that. Believe what you want to believe. Think about that. He's thinking about it. I'm still thinking about it. I don't know.
I'm crying.
It was making sense in my head though.
Read the word for yourself.
Read the word for yourself. See, prime example, because like I still think it makes sense in my head, but then when I said it out loud and he was giving me but also don't do things out of people likeness. Even though he might not like what I said, I think that's still true because it makes sense to me. And God, at the end of the day, God knows what I'm talking
What
about.
does the Bible say? God
He
will
did
bring
say-
forth a new heaven and a new earth.
Okay, that's okay, cool.
So it's not the same earth. So heaven is not on earth.
And that's why you should read the word, because shoot, I didn't know. Okay.
But that's okay.
Yes. Y'all, like, this has been getting to be a very long conversation, but I don't want to say it haven't been a good conversation, because this has been a good conversation and I've been learning through it a lot. For personally, and it's encouraging me to get more in the word than what I've been doing. But yeah, like, we're still gonna have more conversations about religion and Christianity on here. Kind of like to because 7 is completeness, divine completeness. But we kind of want you, like, next episodes talking about education, health. We talked about already politics, sports. Help me.
Systems. I don't know. You got me, bro. I don't know.
We talk about everything.
Everything.
Here. And once we get to the end of like a lot of those topics, we will have a sports topic again. We will have a education topic again. We'll have a health, like, we're coming back around.
We do need to do another sports topic, because I feel like a lot of these sports is just modern day Rome. It's just the Coliseum all over again. This is off topic, but like we talk about the Super Bowl. We talk about the World FIFA. Like, nobody even looking at that, but now all of that stuff.
I'm looking at it, y'all. You're not looking at it. Relax.
We talk about the NBA,
and it's not World FIFA.
Champions,
it's the FIFA World Cup.
Whatever. Like, all of that stuff is just to keep you from doing what you should be doing, which is preparing. Because you're not gonna live forever.
But that don't mean you can't watch it.
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't watch it, but understand what it was designed for in the first place. Because cool, it might not be a bad thing to watch it, but why was it designed in the first place? That's like listening to music that's pervertive. Cool, God don't say don't listen to it, but why was it created in the first place? Right? The rock music that's out here, like all of that stuff. Why was it designed in the first place? What was their intention behind making a song like that? When they talk about the devil's night and all of that stuff, why would you want to listen to that? Just because God says you can listen to anything? No. Have discernment. That's what we talk about. If they said they say if you give the people entertainment, then now you don't have to worry about them rising up against you. So we know that is the case, but yet every day we fall victim into sin. More people watch sports than they do vote. That's insane, right? So if we had the same amount of voter turnout that we had about people that's watching sports, people that's listening to music, world would be a different place.
Yeah.
So like I go back to saying, check yourself first, but also that's why we do have those conversations, because God is in all of that. Everything that we talk about, God is inside of all of that. God works within all of those things for the goodness of the plans that he had for all of us. So they mean it for evil, but God means it for good. I don't understand it.
I'll leave it here because this is like definitely different topics.
Yeah.
But I don't think like rock music, like for example, it's not the genre, because music comes in genres, right? It's the words, because you have gospel hip hop now, right? You have the genre of hip hop, then you have trap when a lot of rappers is talking about drugs, sex, alcohol. I listen to it, but I have discernment to know like what they're saying is not okay. It just gets me when I'm trying to finish the workout. It gets me there. It's like, oh yeah, dang, okay, whatever. No.
Yeah, I'm not, like I said, I don't condemn anybody for doing anything.
No, I don't think it should be condemning, but
my viewpoint is entirely
it's to monitor
different,
and
because he doesn't say watch R&B, watch rap. He don't, because clearly things change, but the patterns stay the same. So he's not going to speak on the specifics, but he definitely going to speak on the generalities. So he says, watch what you listen to. Watch what you watch with your eyes.
Watch what you speak.
Watch what you say out of your mouth, right? So that now that generality covers everything. So yeah, he doesn't say, oh, don't watch porn. But clearly, if he said, watch the things that you put in front of you, why do you think that that's not one of it?
No, yeah, you're right.
So yeah, just because it don't speak on it, or just because, it's not causing anybody bodily harm, we just talked about it. Everything has to be intentional. And that does not mean that we should not be joyful. We should not have fun. We shouldn't do that don't mean that, because we can play cards. That's nothing wrong with that. We can go out and have fun and have parties. There's nothing wrong with that. But the minute that you start to pervert it, we got to start questioning it. The minute that you start doing things for a reason, the intent is to get us away from paying attention, then now we have to stop watching that so we can actually start paying attention. That's what I'm getting at. Cool. It ain't nothing wrong with watching a sport, but that sport was designed to keep you from paying attention to politics, paying attention to what's going on in the world. Every day they got the sports channel is talking about something. It used to be like every Thursday or something like that. Like whatever day, it wasn't every day.
So you're talking to someone who was watching ESPN,
right? But like I'm saying, I know for a fact it was not every day.
It was.
No, it wasn't, bro.
Mario, I'm telling you.
Whatever. Even if it was every day.
At the age of 5, I used to get up at 5 a.m. and watch ESPN.
Whatever. The point is, be intentional, because your days are numbered, and this world is just a place that you go to just figure yourself out, and then you move on. But if you want to hold on to the things of this world and remain with this world, then you will. And you will pass away with it also. So don't conform yourself to this world unless you pass away with it. That's all I'm saying. And it's not like a condemning thing, but it's like a warning, like be intentional. So that's all I got, man. That's all I got.
Yes. Okay. So we're about to close this out. I do want to read a poem from the book Through the Eyes of an Adolescent by yours truly, Demario / Pastor Pioneer. And Demario, I would like to say, because you look very handsome today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bring the mic closer.
Oh, you want me to say it again?
Oh,
Demario, you look very handsome today. Yes. And I'm going to read a poem
You
from
look mighty
Pastor
fine
Pioneer
yourself.
himself.
I said yourself.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Y'all, written from Pastor Pioneer. Okay. The heart of God. Becoming a man, overcoming obstacles, and overriding a generational curse. You're dying to become great, yet deep down, you're still hurt. You long to help when you're in need, hoping to put a smile on someone else's face. Though you're in need of a laugh, while wearing a fake smile like proof of happiness. This world may never know the half, or maybe the truth is unbearable. We pretend to be perfect when really we're typical, predictable animals. We laugh, we smile, we ache, we hurt, we long for something better. Though deep down, we fear things will only get worse. When will I be great? And to whom? Does that definition fit? Is it to me, my family, the world, or even God Himself? Suffering from so much pain, yet still longing to help someone else. That is true greatness. To show empathy when you're the one in need, to listen when you're the one unheard, to understand when you're misunderstood, to love when your own heart is in need of love and compassion. Maybe that is the heart of God, not in appearing perfect, but in refusing to let pain be the only thing you pass on. The heart of God. Yes, and again, guys, this is from Damario's book, Through the Eyes of Adolescence, Stories of Childhood, Truth and Becoming. Go ahead and purchase that on Griotly Media, GRIOTLY.com.
Media.
Oh,
Media.com.
it'll be down there.
I thought you were about to start singing. GR.
No, I was trying to do it like you do it in the spelling
Media.
Griotly. GRIOTLY.
I'm crying.
But yeah, one more thing before we go. Another thing is we're not
Go support Project Purpose.
Oh dang, Demario.
I got
Wait,
you.
listen.
Go
No. I made up this thing while I was sitting here.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Go into it. So God made us not just to be here, but with intention, because all of us are here for God's purpose. And talking about purpose, go support Project Purpose. Purpose. PURPUS. And the US is capitalized. See, we're here. You're here. And that's what we're talking about. That child thing, when you're like, you waiting for the parent to come home.
Right.
No. Okay. Yes. Anything else we want to say? Because we have our little announcements at the end ourselves. Any announcements?
I got 0 announcements. Go buy the book.
Go buy the book at Griotly Media.
Not because I need the money, because I really don't.
But you ain't had to say that.
I mean, some people think that, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know, like, honestly, like, if I was the one reading on a receiving end, I'm like, this motherfucker just need the money. I don't need the money. I really do think it'll help people that's been through similar situations, honestly. Like, if you ever been through, like all of us, like as kids, having your own emotions and your own feelings, especially if you grew up in a household of like, you know, you're a child, so stay in a child's place, or whatever that comes from. Like, read the book, or if you know somebody that's currently going through it, give it to them. If you yourself or somebody that you know personally or whatever the case may be, get the book for them. I'm telling you, because poetry is literally like what we talk about, like with Psalms, what David was writing with Psalms, like. That's a poem, bro. Like, it's just a mantra. Psalm 23 is just a mantra. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. That is a thing that I remember now every day that I go forward and I have a troubled time. I remember the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green. Like, that's a poem, but you remember it because that's just how I like
It
cope.
sticks.
Right. So when I'm going through situations, I pull stuff from this book. Who will care for me? A child who's lost without a home.
Mm.
I like a true friend. Whatever. I don't remember it all, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I
You
remember it when
parts of it.
I remember when I feel it though. You know,
Yeah,
so
of course.
read the book.
Yeah. And also we are who we are because our experience have shaped us.
Exactly.
Like, and that's why some of us have different takes, but it's there to understand, not only understand yourself and your past traumas and your past experience, but also to understand others. Like this book, a lot of that stuff don't pertain to me, but it does pertain to him, and it helps me understand him better. It helps me understand who he is as Demario, as a man, as a future husband, as a future father. It helps women with wives. I mean, women.
Wives.
Sorry,
That's your
no,
second time.
No. I was thinking about husbands, but then I said
got you.
wives, and it was.
I got you.
My brain works in mysterical ways.
Mysterious. I'm here, baby. I got you.
Stop. Okay, so yes, it helps wives understand their husbands. It helps husbands understand their wives. It helps parents understand their children, but also it does help children understand their parents.
Yes.
Because your parent was once a child and they're still a child because everybody has a parent. Everybody is someone's child. God's child.
Yeah.
So, yes.
And it helps you deal with it too. Like reading the book helps you because a lot of us like, especially like once we get older, we push those things down so far down and we don't understand that they affect everything that we do.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why you hold on to money so closely is because of what you saw growing up. Mm-hmm. The reason why you suffer with anxiety so much and you try to like maintain this perfect lifestyle is because of what conditioned you as a child. Mm-hmm. Whatever truths that they told you that was true as a child, you gotta face those things in order to move forward. And so, like,
yes,
that's what it's about. Moving forward.
Moving forward. So, of course, we leave you guys with a question. So the question for today that I'm going to leave you with is, if something gives you meaning, community, and identity, but makes you afraid to question it, is that freedom? Yes.
Oh, freedom.
Okay, let's close out.
All right. So leave a comment in the section below. Mm-hmm. Check the comments or check the description. You know, go buy the book, go support Project Purpose. And let us know what y'all think, man. Mm-hmm. Honestly, like, let us know what y'all think. And if y'all feel like this could help anybody else, share it, post it, repost it, all of those things. Go follow us on social medias.
Interact on social media.
The whole nines. But just remember, the answer isn't the question. I messed it up, didn't I? The answer isn't the problem.
It's the question. See you later.
Yeah.